asking, they've very asked more than once. Nancy Pichardo, is playing chess 960 better for older players? I don't think so, because you know, older players, they've got used to certain patterns in their careers, and then suddenly learning new patterns is, I think, even harder when you're older.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily agree with that, because I mean the idea is that you don't need to keep up
with the opening theory.
Yeah, but
you can use your understanding, kind of. But you don't understand those positions. They're completely alien.
Yeah. Well, some of them are and some of them are not, but they're often alien.
Honestly, my experience with Fischer Random was that, you know, you want to kind of brush up the position, so it actually looks normal.
Yeah.
That's
okay. Next.
Next, something. Australian Bobby Chang.
Let's go to Australia.
Australia. Bobby Chang against Shanal Wahab from Turkey.
Okay.
Two bishops and knights, Nigel. What do you prefer?
Well,
bishops in this case.
Count the pawns.
Count the pawns. This time, I'm capable of, and white has one more than black has.
Yeah. So
white's pawn up, two bishops,
and completely
winning position. Yeah. As much as that. Not the advantage, but just the winning position. So well done, Bobby.
I did a good evaluation there. You notice that I'm good at counting sometimes. So next one.
Next one, back to Gukesh.
Oh, yes.
Okay. We can agree that knight of 3 was a clever move.
It was a clever move. And you see, it's all of these exchanging. That's not a good way to play, in my opinion.
With black. Yeah.
With black, yeah. Because he shouldn't be putting his knight on this square. This exchanging pieces is making it easier.
Yeah. Well, once again, by the logic of you have the space advantage, right? And then the more pieces you keep, the kind of the harder for your opponent it will be to maneuver. Yeah. Knight to e4, a little tick-tock or
tic-tac.
Tic-tac. TikTok is the thing.
No, TikTok. Yeah,
TikTok is the thing.
I think that's something else, I believe.
TikTok
is for, isn't that for young people? TikTok. I've heard of that.
Ah,
yes.
Serious.
Yes, and those other newfangled inventions like the gramophone player.
Gramophone player. Look, it's actually. So after Queen f6, Bishop e5 would be a terrible move, right?
Well,
or not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Queen f3.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you can't take here.
Well, or
because d4, right?
Or can you? E4.
Ah, you mean take with the queen?
No, take with the bishop.
Take with the bishop. Take with the bishop d4, e4. But why is that? Why then? I mean,
well, that's not mate.
That's not mate. Yeah,
that is not mate.
So his plan is then to recapture on e5 or what? Because if he takes back on e5, now c7 is here for grabs, right? Queen f3, queen b7. Yeah, I understand. Black might have some threats, but the pawn is the pawn. And
you know, queen takes d8 is winning.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
So he's taken on f3. He's done it. He's done it. Oh, he's gone queen f3, and now I think he just whips off. He's taken with the queen. Oh, that's interesting.
Queen takes.
Yeah. Okay.
And right, so that attacks the kind of the most dangerous piece, right?
Yeah,
so maybe bishop c7 attacks the exchange, but the bishop stays, and now black has to react because if bishop disappears from b7,
no, I think he's in trouble. Actually, Gukesh is in trouble here.
So it feels like
it looks very no bishop c8, bishop c8, bishop c8,
bishop
mate,
c8,
mate. Doesn't that win? Mate.
What do you think, mate? That's right.
This is you get fixated on the long diagonal.
That's
what
lovely,
you tricky devil.
Tricky devil.
Sorry, I don't mean he's a devil. You know, he's a very nice young man. But,
but he's tricky,
it's an expression. Okay. Bishop c8.
Bishop c8 is beautiful. Yeah.
And what's he doing?
But really. Okay, I mean, for now it doesn't really change much, right? D4.
Yeah.
E4 is automatic, right? You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Else. And then Bishop c8.
And then Bishop c8.
But could it be that he doesn't see it? Could it be that? Yeah, Bishop c8 just wins.
It just wins.
Straight up. Yeah, Bishop h3, unstoppable. So
it's very funny. It's very funny how you can get fixated with this.
No, absolutely. You have this battery and you're trying to make it work with all possible ways, like sacrificing the rook on e4 and everything. All you need is just to spot that, bishop on h3 means checkmate. Oops. So white still thinking after d4, but is there any... No, there is no alternative whatsoever. So Benjamin Bock has won. Mark Tirosyan has won. So those are the results. Not that many. Yeah, out of 19 games, we are almost 1 hour in this rapid game, and only 2 results, both of them being decisive results. So, I think we have to stay with this one.
Ah, okay. So there was a point to that.
There was a point.
There was a point.
So
the point was that if Bishop c8, g4,
and Bishop takes
Bishop d4.
Bishop d4 and Queen returns to g3. Beautiful.
And the whole point is that
beautiful.
d4 is a very nice
move up.
Intermezzo, because suddenly he's got Bishop c8, and now after g4 we whip it off.
g4,
and it's
so Bishop has to basically abandon this diagonal to make Queen g3 possible. And there is no such move.
He's got
Bishop
no
d4, rook d4. So he is a tricky.
He's a tricky devil. So he's right, of course. That's why we're sitting here and they're playing there.
And sometimes even when they play the right move, we can understand that's the right move.
Yeah, excellent.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Excellent. Bishop c8 has happened, so he's...
So d4, e4, Bishop c8 on the board.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you can't do much, really.
No.
So g4, Bishop takes, some Bishop...
No, it just resigns. It's all over. It's all over, baby. So it actually goes to show that I was right with Bishop c7. You see, I've got good instincts there. You know,
Bishop right with Bishop c7.
Isn't that right? Somebody's going to refute that with an engine suggestion. Because on our next move, we will play...
Queen e2.
Yeah, if d4, we'll e4.
Yeah. d4, e4. Otherwise, Queen e2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bishop c7 was...
And then Queen d1. Good instincts. Defend your king.
Yeah. I wonder why don't you play in this tournament, Nigel?
Why am I not playing in this tournament? Yeah, that's a good question. I could have played in this tournament, by the way. I was actually eligible to play in this tournament, but...
As the senior world champion, or
no, because normally, they were looking at English players to play, and one by one they dropped out because of some difficulties with coming back, and it's all of this stuff with self-isolation and issues like that. So I think that was our problem.
Wait a second. What does this self-isolation mean?
Well,
you sit at home in front of your computer watching movies and eating delivery,
takeaway pizza.
That sounds like
that's your normal life, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, why would you complain about self-isolation? I mean,
and it's more serious in places like New Zealand, because then they really do have there is a real problem to get back into the country.
Yeah, because they're kind of
they have very, very tough regulations on this.
Right, switch to this one, Jurtachescu against Murzin, and somehow Black puts up a fight. At least he managed not to get not to get checkmated quickly. Knight H2, F5.
I like that move. I like that.
Build some sort of a fence.
Very, very good. Right. Somebody says Nigel is not scared of COVID. No, I am, but that's why I got double vaccinated. I know already too many people who've died from that, so that's not something to joke about. It's very, very serious and very, very deadly virus.
Like after F5, looks like Black is okay. All of a sudden,
I think Black is doing fine. Especially if he can succeed in exchanging off this fellow. He's a long way from it, but it can happen. We know you have these slow regroupings, and if he exchanges off the knight on d7 for the knight on...
so those are roughs,
that will take him 3 moves and more to be able to do that. But if he does... then I start fancying Black's chances. And at moments like this, the white bishop on c1, it's poorly placed, isn't it? I mean, it's very, very poorly placed.
Not only it is poorly placed, but kind of the prospects are uncertain. Whether you... It's like... sometimes like mental experiment. Imagine you have it in your hand and you are free to put it wherever you like.
Well, you put it on H4. You put it on H4, but it's a long way to Tipperary.
Think of how many obstacles on the way, like knight e3 fork being the first one, and then H4 is covered, and so on and so on. It was a big question after F5 if you capture en passant.
The knight comes
if you know the rule, of course.
Do I know that? Was somebody asking that?
No, you asked me yesterday, so
right.
I presume our players know.
We could.
So EF6. No, I mean seriously, like in this position, White had an advantage and over the course of like 15-20 moves,
and we shouldn't. But then he's been outplayed. I don't know. I don't know what young Volodar has done here, but he's certainly got back in the game.
So that's what he's trying for now, right? Knight F8 clearly indicates knight H7, G5 question. Then White plays H4, shuts down,
and then he
returns back.
This is old style. I mean, he's a very young man. These great manoeuvring games which you see in the books, where they undertake these very long-term maneuvers. And they always write down. Stage 1, you put this here. Stage 2, you put this here, and as if people think like that. But maybe he does think like that. Maybe he does think like that.
The value of those old books nowadays.
So what's happened? How did he avoid getting mates? He gave up his piece.
Switched back to Gukash, and I think so he's gone with this defense, bishop d4 and queen g3, but with d4 e4 inclusion. happens to be dropping a bishop, right?
Yeah, and the reason he got the queens off was because rook e3 was possible. So actually, that was a little trick. Go back.
Queen g3.
Well, it was... No, if you put the bishop on g4, put the bishop on g... Oh, you see, he had queen f6 anyway.
Yeah.
So I was just saying, so rook takes d4.
This is right, yeah?
Yeah, no, that's happened. Yeah, okay, that's okay.
Trade.
But there he's straightening out his pawns. It doesn't matter. He's got an extra bishop. A bishop straightening out pawns is no big deal.
Yeah, there is nothing to talk about. Yeah, white is busted here.
Yep.
Anything?
Okay.
Anything? Alexeyev. Remember, we were talking about Evgeny Alexeyev and how he struggles to beat Egyptian Adham Fauzi. So here, what's going on? Alexeyev plays with black. He's up a pawn, but still, there's still a fight. Yeah?
Oh no, that's a real.
I don't
fight.
know
If
it's a real position. No, it is. Yeah, it's just they spend a lot of time. It seems. Yeah.
Yeah.
Black's up a pawn.
Well, it's a question of attack, initiative, those things. So knight d2 could be played there, and then b4. Oh, he went here, sorry. He's done that first. And then, and then b4 and start pushing.
Yeah, so ideally you want black to take, and then you take with the knight and get it over to c5.
Yeah, I think he's going to do this. He'll play knight d2.
Yeah, knight d2 is the move anyway.
Yeah, this is the movie. Good. We got greetings from Ireland, enjoying the commentary. I'm glad I'm still all right there. Managed to extricate from myself from my usual foot in mouth.
Back to your countryman, Nigel. Ravi Harrier, I think quite convincingly proving that the e5 system, remember, when move 5, e5 system is not a good system.
Yeah. Okay.
If we believe that you're automatically getting this endgame if black plays e5, then I would not recommend playing e5.
Yeah. And now king c4. King c4.
c3 in his case. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
c3, h5, b5, king b4. That's what I would. What I would suggest. Once again, caveman approach. Just go for it.
We like
that one, and you know.
Flintstones. Is that an old reference there?
No,
is anyone?
That one's okay. that one's okay. Flintstones works.
Meet the Flintstones.
So that means Ravi will once again take a lead in this match. So he won game 1. Zvyagintsov managed to return the favor, but now...
it's doing very, very nicely. b5.
Also controls the situation with the time, with the clock, Yeah,
there is another possibility.
Which is rook a5.
No, I'll tell you, look, I like that. He's gone rook c6.
Rook c6.
He's probably also very strong. I think he's just winning.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, sometimes he could even have played at h3 there, but why bother? You know, that's...
So g4. What's that? We had the game. Irdachescu finished against Murzin. Let me see what happened there.
Yep.
Perhaps a draw. Yeah. That was clear on the camera view. They were leaving the board.
Right, okay.
It's a draw. It's a draw. So back to Harrier.
Strange, because I thought
black was better. You thought black was better.
Yeah.
Rook e6.
He's going to.
Something.
Yeah, maybe it's okay. It's okay.
It's probably okay, but still. You know, in the position when you don't need any sharpness.
No, A3 now.
Yeah, so that's what I mean.
A3 and rook takes b4 check.
So rook takes e5.
It won't help him. But
yeah, of course.
a3.
But a3, rook b4. Now, if the king takes, it's a2, so you take it here.
And you're still winning.
Yeah, rook b1. No, but
he's still winning.
So rook c7 instead. Rook c7 instead. It probably gets a passed pawn. Yeah,
he's going to get a passed pawn. It's not going to help him.
And in my line, he would not get a passed pawn. b5, king
look,
b4.
It's completely winning because even king a3, as he's played, is completely winning.
Of course.
Because he's only going to get one passed pawn, and it's way too many pawns. Yeah, I mean he can do it. He can
next
do it.
Move rook f5. That's
and that's it. Yeah. And so he's gone. He's gone rook c2,
rook c2.
As I thought. But no, it doesn't matter. Don't you just take on h3.
And you take that guy. And you take that guy.
And that's it. Yeah. So he's playing great. Come on, England.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, sorry. I thought I was at a football match there. I was getting...
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's game over. It's really...
It's game over. So, once again, people are so evenly matched. So that might be the biggest kind of surprise, the biggest upset once again.
Yeah, but...
Not so much in the rapid chess. Somehow, I mean, if they've already tied 1-1, then like one player beating the other in the rapid, it's not surprising.
But he's winning very, very easily. E5 is good enough.
E5. Yeah, my instinct would still be just put the rook behind.
It's all winning. Everything wins. He's gone rook f5.
Yeah. So takes and then.
Yeah,
I'm just curious. What's his kind of his technique's going to be? Yeah?
Well, it's so winning.
You can move this guy.
Yeah,
move this guy.
Yeah,
or you can play king b5.
Yeah, I like g5 actually.
Yeah, just to speed things up. Yeah,
yeah. They all win. Everything wins.
They all win.
It's very, very difficult to go wrong here.
Right. So, what's left? Shall we? Okay, that's winning. That's winning for
Let's
Robbie.
Look at something else.
There's no questions asked. This is winning for Gabuzian. Clear exchange up.
Yep. Nothing to be.
Clear exchange up. Yeah. So those games tend to last because you hope for your opponent. I don't know, leave the rook unprotected or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but
that's not a single chance.
Yeah.
Timur Gareyev against Ting Jin from Singapore. Some extra pawns for white as well as the threat.
Yeah, that seems to be quite serious. Yeah, check and queen f6 will do. Yeah. That's completely winning. There are other moves as well. It's not the only way to...
Adli is still playing.
And
that's interesting. On board, what's that? Board 2 today. So Hishab Abdelrahman is still
23.97, and he's got a great chance to put the ball in the back of the net.
That's what you call it, yeah.
In footballing parlance.
Yeah, so actually I'm with you on that one. So that's called the game called football. Yes, some might argue football and rugby football, right?
How is just out of? I was getting excited there. F6.
That's what he's actually thinking.
He's going to go f6.
Calculate
he's going to go f6, and then rook e1 check is the only move. Rook e1 check is he's gone f6. His rook e1 check is forced because if he takes, he gets mated.
Not the doesn't lose the bishop, but gets mated. Yeah, king g5, rook g7. That's brilliant.
He's gone.
So f6, a check here.
Yeah, and now he's got to give up his piece. Now he's got to give. He's got to rook f1 check. He's going to escape. Is he going to escape or not?
Not.
Or not?
Wait a second. Could it be that this sculpture works?
Yeah, well, that was
Okay,
let's
continue with that one, right? I think he's lost, to be honest. I think he's lost. So takes knight f5.
He's going to win. Yeah, that will
King
win.
Here, check.
Yeah, that should be winning.
Wait a second. Yeah, like check, king f4.
And
takes.
yeah, that's going to win. I think.
Yeah, it's some awkward pieces, but but that's an extra knight. Yeah? Ooh, king f5. Yeah, that's what he played.
Oh, this is exciting.
So maybe black has to capture.
Yeah,
that's what he has done. Knight f7, king goes here. But then it's a check, right?
Yeah, and that's awkward, is it not? Where does the king go? Because if king
it's just a check. But king you have this nice intermezzo, and then take on f6 with the pawn.
Yeah, and if you go to maybe you can go to f8.
Maybe go to f8 is your best bet here, right? But then no, wait a second. Then I take.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you take on g5.
Yeah,
right.
and you hope for the best.
And you hope for the best, and maybe you are. Is there a way? Maybe knight h7, but it's kind of the same.
E8, king e8.
King e8. Yeah, it's worse. Yeah. No, I'll have to take him. Oddly, yeah, he did play king f8, so we will have rook endgame now. King f8 was played. Yeah, captured. One of the few games that are still in progress. I'm surprised Ravi Haria still did not win it. The rook endgame. I mean, of course, it was completely winning. I mean, just okay. The moment I've switched to this, Zvyagintsev resigned. Yeah. Here, queen beats the h pawn. If it's on h3, on h2 it would have been different. So I believe Adli's game is the last one.
Right.
Yep, that's the last game in progress.
Okay.
So results: Martirosyan wins, Benjamin Bok wins, both of those with black. So which is of course a huge thing to do. Draw for Delgado against Nias. Akobian wins with black.
Yep. Let me try and understand what's going on in this game.
Right. I mean, just want to keep the record of scores. What happened? How did our friend Gareev? Gareev was completely winning. Yeah, I guess he won. Alexeyev has won.
It's actually not.
Gabuzian wins. Kretason wins.
Is he escaping?
Not that many draws.
Is he escaping? He's escaping with the draw. He's escaping. He's escaped with the draw.
What happened to the f pawn?
It disappeared. It disappeared.
Oh.
He's just cursing himself.
Nigel.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't. It wasn't quite that simple. It wasn't quite.
It wasn't at all. Yeah, but now, why do you play now? The rook pawn. It's a kind of a zero chance unless you accept Nigel's rules. Which is
because actually he would have won under my rules because he would have exchanged
the rooks. When the
Nigel rules,
presents.
that's it. Nigel rules. That's
play Nigel better rules. Version. Let's promote this game. Play better chess.
Why is that interesting that it's a draw? It should be a win. Rook takes rook would have been game over.
Yeah,
and in fact he would have had to. He probably still could have drawn, even under Nigel rules. He just didn't take the pawn.
He doesn't take the pawn on f6.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. But if I insist on that's kind of giving a check, pushing the pawn to f7, that's absolutely different endgame theory.
Yeah.
All right, so game one is finished. Game one is finished. I believe it's kind of 10 minutes in between the games.
Very good.
And maybe let's use this opportunity to make a quick break and then
look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, return right before the start of the second game of a tiebreak, 25 plus 10. Yeah.
The second game starts in a bit less than 3 minutes. I invite you to join your ball. And again, after this game, it may happen that some of us will have to leave us. So the arbiters will seek a red sticker in a badge, which means that when you go out of the league, you will have to perform a PCR test for the jury. Those who are qualified for the round can leave, and those who are tired, immediately after the game, the arbiter will ask you to draw the colors for the next round. Okay? So I will give you 2 minutes to concentrate, and we will start.
Alrighty, so we are back with the tiebreak day of round 1, and we are to see the second game.
Second round, yeah, and it's thrills and spills, and we've had actually quite a number of draws in the first round, so some very tight matches. But maybe, Miro, can you quickly give us the guys who won their games?
Yeah, so from higher rated, it's Martirosyan, Bok, Akobian, Varujan Akobian, right from United States, Mamin Tabatabai from Iran, Timur Gareyev, Yevgeny Alexeyev, and actually we have those on screen.
Yeah, excellent.
Right, Kraterson, Gabuzyan, Gukesh, as we've seen, Boris Savchenko and Bobby Shang. And it has to be said that Ravi, who also won against Zvyagintsev, is the only one from
lower rated player to win. So rule Britannia.
Hisham Abdelrahman came very close against Adli. Remember the last game we were looking at?
He came within a whisker of quite an upset, I would say.
Right. Okay, so we can actually start with their game then. I mean, as soon as we'll get the analysis, but also some original position, I have to say. No, this last move B4. That's
all right. Okay.
So, where do we want to go, Nigel? I mean, we have
anywhere. Let's have a decisive result game. So.
Decisive result game.
So that we've had. So
Zvagintsev,
he's played his favourite knight A3. That's a Zvagintsev speciality.
To play a knight to a3
Yeah.
in different positions, let's call it.
Yeah.
So French with f4, I don't know how...
Very, very unusual. And strangely enough, I played a little rapid tournament in Moldova a few years ago, not that long ago, but just a few years ago. And I was playing some guy whose name I have forgotten, who played this system against... and he put his knight round and went... And it was surprisingly difficult to play against. It was interesting how he went about that. So White is taking advantage of the extra space.
Right.
And I think if d4, you're probably going to put your bishop in on d3.
Yeah, if black goes d4, right.
Yeah.
So perhaps bishop d3 is what he's planning indeed.
Yeah.
Bishop d3, queen e2, castle short. And
And sometimes you just put the bishop on e4. So it's like one of these tricky systems where you don't particularly do anything and you just encourage your opponent to waste time, get into time trouble, and then you create your tricks later on. So that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah. So next I'm picking the move with the most number of moves played.
Great.
14.
Whoa,
so some long theoretical line, apparently.
Okay.
Known to players and perhaps unknown to commentators. Queen b6.
Yes. Yeah, of course. What
D
is that?
takes, queen captures, queen c3. Bishop to b5. Okay. e4. So perhaps it's, I mean...
who knows?
Looks like... I mean, if you play that, perhaps you've analyzed it at home. Yeah, queen a5, castle short. What's going on? Takes here, queen f3, a piece down, but threatens queen c6.
It's good for somebody.
Knight to d5.
It's
and
good for
not taking the rook, but going knight e4. So I suspect f6
and
will be met with
some capture.
Some capture. Yeah.
Probably bishop takes f6. I don't know.
Could be, yeah.
Oh, maybe the other one.
f6. We're about to find out now.
He's going to take.
f6 was
He's going to take.
And knight takes. Okay, it's knighty knight takes on f6.
Yeah, because in fact he's got very
Bishop
dangerous.
Takes. And now, funny, if the knight takes, queen takes, black 2 bishops up, but he's
like
probably just lost, right? Probably just
lost.
He's
in huge trouble, and then the mate rook e1.
Rook e1, king d7, and I don't know what you do. Rook
Develop
d1,
your pieces.
Rook d1. Yeah.
I like queen f7 and mate next move. That was my... that's also good. Queen f7 and mate next move.
Probably is somewhat...
better.
Somewhat more precise, But, so after bishop f6, knight has to be taken, of course. Yeah, knight on f6 has to be taken. But after bishop f6, black should be looking for some other move.
Yeah.
Not sure which one. Does this rook even move at all? Or?
Yeah, but then rook e1 check, and this is...
so that's the problem. You have to rook to e1, king f7, bishop c3,
so if you go to d7, and then I go queen h3, hake. And then queen takes h7. Yeah. That looks pretty nasty. Does it not?
Yeah, it does. Bishop d7, though. Rook b7 is what you're supposed to play in such positions, but I don't know if it doesn't look like
Bishop
it works.
e5 check.
Bishop e5 and then take the rook. Should be winning.
Should be killing him.
So,
wow.
So witnessing some long preparation line.
Well,
maybe.
Maybe. He's having a long think about this. This is not the time to start thinking, to be honest. I mean,
with black. Yeah, exactly.
Either you're completely smashed or...
right.
Maybe he can take with the pawn bishop. Can he go bishop g... Can he go bishop g4 after this?
You mean take over here, go bishop g4?
Look, I'm Oh, no. Then you can get taken from all sides somehow.
Yeah.
Rook E1 check.
Yeah, but maybe just
King F7.
King
Rook
F7. So using the fact that this thing is hanging, yeah. Rook B7, King G8.
No, yeah.
No, King G8. Strangely, like this hanging and also the Rook on E1.
Wow.
So it's not all that simple.
Yeah.
King F7.
So
could it be that
you just
capture
take
that one? Yeah.
You
Capture that
crass
one. And then
materialist. King takes. King takes.
King takes.
I'm going forward.
Check. And you go forward. And are you happy with
No,
this
I go
position?
Queen E5 and I take a rook.
Queen
I
E5.
don't know. I don't know
Queen
what I
C6
do.
is not bad as well.
Yeah,
Like
rook
attack
E5.
that, attack that.
Or rook E5
yeah.
or something.
Okay.
We're getting carried away.
And knowing the fact that the guy playing with the white pieces knows exactly what computer's saying. I mean, I presume so. So that
you think so?
Looks like a disaster for Fear. Okay, so something else, right? How about Mwali, Chitumbo Mwali?
Yep.
He did it once. Can he do it again? I mean, he lost game 1 to Martirosyan, won back. So can he do it again?
Yeah. Well, you know what they say about the Benoni?
It is a Benoni.
It is a Benoni.
Son of
sorrow.
I don't know if it's made up or
No. It's true. Yeah. F4. What, isn't
F4 is what you're supposed to play.
Well, I don't see what else you're going to play there, because if you don't play F4, your position makes no sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the theory there? No idea.
No idea. Yeah, I think surprisingly,
your castle
should be something like that, and you're not that much impressed with with this E5 square.
Black has to wait.
Yeah, black has to try to keep the pawn on F4 somehow.
Has to play knight D7 or something.
Knight D7
and just hope.
And then maybe knight E4 and hit D6, knight G5. Yeah, that'd be tough to win on demand with black for a second time in a row. That's something that might not happen. Let's put it this way.
Okay.
To win with black.
Isn't Benoni? Isn't that a town in South Africa? It is actually.
It is. Yeah. Okay.
And have you studied the games of the player Benoni Benedictsson from Iceland? I have a biography in Icelandic of the very famous player Benoni Benedictsson, who is almost as famous as Jose Raul Capablanca.
Oh, really? A chess player, you mean? Or
chess player, yeah.
Chess player.
I think I think this is probably the obscurest book in my library.
Seriously. Okay, so what's that?
It's written by a few authors. So what's going on here?
Yeah, so that's the question I'm asking myself. That's, as you've said, two rapid and blitz specialists, Gaem Magami and Megaranto, facing each other. Knight D5 line in the English opening. A5 is a move, but not the most popular. G3, C6, and then just take it.
Well, he's kind of forced him to do it, hasn't he?
Yeah. So D6, Bishop G2, Knight F6, and then White went to trade on E5, trade the queens, go Knight F3.
Yeah, so and I think the next few moves are critical here, because if black can survive the next few moves,
if he's allowed to build up the position,
then I think he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, might fight for an advantage, right?
Yeah, but there is a looseness to his position, which may present him with some problems. That's what
so
I feel.
It's like, sometimes it's useful for, let's say, you are playing a chess game and to think in terms of, like, am I playing the long game or a short game, right? Like, so white has to play
I always play the short game. I do.
That's understandable.
That's
right. But but seriously, like if you are uncertain what what are your plans and the positions, so think of it like if, let's say, I achieve the best setup for my pieces, he achieves the best setup for his pieces, right? And then what happens then? And then maybe it will give you the idea of what to look for. Because really, like, if black can make like 2-3 moves in a row, move the knight away, put f6, and I think immediately it's very good.
I like rook e8.
Rook e8, yeah. Possible.
I'm just feeling I should develop something.
And you prefer the rooks to start with.
Yeah. They're strong pieces. They're 5 points. That's
right. So what does this knight do?
Well, look, I'm
f6,
just trying to, get my pieces out. I want something, bishop f5 and then knight d7.
So that's the setup you want.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think of knight a6 maybe, and then other knight to d7. Other knight to d7 and f6.
Yeah, well, knight d7 is a sort of standard maneuver, but I'm just wondering whether you've got time. You always have to consider knight g5. But that's one reason why you play rook e8, because you nullify the effect of knight g5 to some degree. Because you've got f6.
Knight d7.
Oh, he's gone there.
Yeah, he plays knight d7. If knight g5, king e7.
King Kong.
King e7, yeah.
I was just worried about bishop d2 or something like that.
Yeah, bishop d2. Knight a6, perhaps.
Or maybe you play...
Yeah, it's like if...
Yeah, maybe you play h6 instead of knight 8. h6. Go it.
So but what's the benefit if I move the knight? You'll still have to play knight a6, right? And I'm not sure if I prefer h6 or f6.
Well, I want to play.
You want to play f5?
Yeah. So maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Looks nice.
Let them suffer.
Yeah, let them suffer. The position is complex enough for us not to analyze.
Yeah, okay. Very exciting game.
Next, Bobby Cheng, who won against Wahab Shanal. Now with black, he only needs a draw, but there won't be that straightforward. Won't be that straightforward, I have to say.
Yeah.
Interestingly, French defense, bishop g5, and to move h6.
Yes. This is an old stuff, isn't it? Isn't there some Aliechin stuff? And then e takes d5, and then bishop b4.
Bishop b4.
Yeah, in fact, somebody's been playing this against me in Blitz recently, so I think there is a little bit of a trend. And maybe I've discovered who my opponent was, interestingly.
So you mean it was online Blitz, so you don't know?
Yeah. And they come with random names. And... this is a very, very old line.
I remember Morozevich mentioning it like beginning of 2000s. He said like that's an interesting line, sacrificing a pawn like that.
Yeah.
So people were...
It's very old. Very old.
People were analyzing it.
But I think it's like one of these lines that once upon a time it may have got a bit of a spanking, this line, and then after that
nobody would dare to touch
it, and then they've sort of picked it up in more recent times. This is
now with those modern computers, I think all the lines when you sacrifice the pawn for initiative should be revisited, at least it's kind of checked, because a lot of stuff has changed. Okay, and what we have now is, well, French defense position. What can I say?
Yeah. And if what White wants to do is to plonk his rook on g4. That's basically it. If White plonks his rook on g4, he's doing very well indeed.
Once again, some caveman action, right? If I take, go knight b5, plan c4 next move.
Yeah.
But that's another thing.
Yeah, and
I'm not sure about knight b5 though.
You can play
maybe
a4. Yeah, that would be my first thought. But how about a4?
A4 here with
That's
White,
an interesting one.
Just to stabilize everything, and then knight b5 is not running away from you.
Because if he takes, then maybe rook
then
takes.
Then you do want to take wait. What happened? We have a result. Right, we have a result. It's a draw for Tabatabai, who is the first one to win today's tiebreak.
Right.
And his opponent, Bashir Al-Qudami, he is eliminated.
Yeah.
So he's done well. He won with black on demand to level the score in the classical games, but that was...
I don't know. It is possible he's been asked to go for an electronic check.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the conversation...
so he was clearly having a conversation with an arbiter.
Maybe it's on the perpetual check because it's under 30 moves.
But that's a perpetual check, no?
Yeah, it's a perpetual check, so there's nothing to discuss. I don't know why they were having us...
I've met, today at breakfast, I've met Boris Gelfand, and he made a very nice point about this 30 moves, which probably was not considered. I want to resign the freaking match. I mean, I've lost game one, and I don't like my position at all. Yeah. Am I allowed to offer a draw, or I have to suffer till move 30?
No.
That doesn't make sense to me, right? I mean,
well, you can resign. You can resign.
You can resign there, but...
Yeah, why not? I don't really get that point. I haven't got it. You can resign.
My opponent offers me a draw. Look, my opponent, who is up in the match and has like a winning position, offers me a draw.
Yeah, but then it's not
accepted. Then what?
It's not accepted. You can't accept
Those are strange rules.
Yeah.
Those are strange rules. As long as you have the tiebreak rules worked all the way down to this armadillo game, I think players should be left alone and should be able to make draws. I mean, some people like to make draws with e4, e5, king e2, king e7, you know.
Yeah. Well,
you've heard of those.
I don't really approve of those.
All right, so that was...
This is apparently...
some... Okay, that's already... But how did... Wait a second.
Yeah.
But that's a winning position for White.
Should be.
That's a well-known trick. Bishop check.
Yeah, it is.
Check and knight e4. That's a well-known trick.
Yeah.
Queen to c4, knight g5.
Yeah.
Rook fd8. And because he doesn't need to. He just decided to...
Is that it? It was agreed a draw.
Yeah, it was agreed a draw.
Yeah.
Well, why not? Yeah. But I mean, he could have won perhaps with something like that and king d6 and just check, take rook.
And also queen g3 check is also not bad.
Queen g3.
Yeah.
All right. I just remember that the line is like a tricky line where you... Like, looks logical, you're like d7 fighting for e5 square, and then all of a sudden you're lost. Yeah. And he's not the first to fall in this trap.
Yeah. So, international master John Cox says, such a well-known trap in Tabatabay's second game.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the FIDE Fair Play Commission, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on.
Alexander Fier, back to...
Yes, that's it.
What was the...
Queen A4.
So they've made a draw in game one, and then he fell a victim of,
something,
some preparation. Yeah, Queen F4, check on E2.
Yeah.
King F7. Okay. So what's the material? Two pawns and a rook against two minor pieces, but it's like if black is able to develop to a certain degree,
Yeah.
he might not be doing all that bad. So it might as well be that we are kind of overreacted to this line. If there wasn't anything better than bishop takes h8, there wasn't anything better than bishop takes h8. Because honestly, like check is very tempting.
King f7.
Check is very tempting. Yeah.
And then if he takes queen f4 again.
Ah, so you mean it's like always queen e4?
Yeah, that's his defensive move.
Yeah, and then now bishop f5 as well. Bishop
f4
as well is... no, there's a check on b7. Yeah, queen f4.
All right, jolly good. Spiffos.
Check on d4, though.
Yep, king g8.
Rook e8.
Oh,
some threats. No, and bishop f5, and rook a8, and queen d4. And,
yes.
And now it's 3 minor pieces for the rook.
Yeah, okay. I think you were getting a bit excited there.
Of course. Is there anything not to be excited about?
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. Let's have a look.
Oddly.
Megaranto lost game, says somebody I don't know.
Megaranto, how did he... I thought it was a previous game. I thought it was a draw. Could it be that I
don't know. Do we have any more moves? No.
That one's stuck for some reason.
Yeah, nobody understands. Why? Okay, another one.
Gukesh.
Yes.
Who won nicely with black, and now... but his opponent apparently has some attachment to this, like, bishop here allowing d5, and in the previous game it was allowing some d4. How does that happen? Bishop d6. It is a move.
Right.
But not a good one, I'm afraid. Knight e4 castles, bishop e2.
Yeah. So it's a typical sort of ideas here, I think, are what? You want to play queen e7 and a6 and then c5 or something like that?
Yeah.
You probably...
Or queen e8 sometimes, just to have an option of queen g6 if needed.
And sometimes you can you sacrifice? Can you do that? A6? No.
So if they take... But f5's hanging.
F5 is hanging. That's quite annoying. So I think you probably have to defend.
You probably have to defend the... but okay. That's the position, Nigel. But white played bishop e2. So if the pawn on e6 would have been that tasty, why didn't he take it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Some knight e4,
something like that. That looks quite dangerous to be honest.
All right. So after bishop e2, he did play knight e4, nevertheless. Yeah.
He's a trickster.
Maybe black is getting somewhere. I don't know. Just that the knight on b8, like if something starts happening in the center, let's say the knight on b8, the bishop on c8 might be...
Yeah, but you're threatening a pawn there. You're threatening to take on d5.
Do I even care about this one? Okay, say I'm castling.
Yeah, well, I'll take.
Takes, bishop
go on.
takes.
Go on.
Knight b5. That's the moment, perhaps, where you sacrifice. I don't know if it makes any sense, but if you don't sacrifice...
You play queen g5 and then you win.
You play queen g5 and then you win?
Yeah.
You win what?
You win something. Yeah. Take back. Yep.
Do you win, though?
I think this sort of chess it's a very reasonable approach because you're playing to complicate the game somehow. You might run into tactical difficulties here. H4, for example. H4, queen e5, bishop d2 might be a problem. And then if queen takes b2, bishop c3, those are the sort of things that you can run into.
Yeah, he'll just develop, I think.
He'll just
Bishop
develop
D2, knight C6, Queen E6, or
and then you're a pawn up, and you win.
And you win. Okay.
Or not. Bishop G4.
He actually does need to win, so that might explain, like, even if the line itself is sort of dubious, but if it offers some room for complications, that's a fine choice.
Okay.
Anything? Okay, so what?
Just go.
Just go. Oddly, back to oddly.
Oh God, we got loads of moves.
Loads of moves. Something happen here. Okay, the current position. What happens? Exchange. Black's exchange up.
Black's
exchange up. Doesn't it look like Oddly is getting outplayed? Game after game after game. It's just that he's still, I mean, he's a tricky player. He's a strong player, so he manages to escape. But I mean, he's
well, let's
nice. Huh?
Yeah, let's have a look at.
So there was, something was happening. I mean, I don't know what's that, for instance, but
who knows?
He certainly at some point went to sacrifice an exchange or lost the exchange, should I say. Yeah, Bishop B2.
Yeah,
and
it's an accidental sacrifice on purpose. Yeah, that's
Knight to C6, captures Rook E4, Queen H6, and he had to play F6.
Yeah.
Did he though?
But this is. Okay, so continue. F6.
Yeah, right. F6, Bishop D3, just take it.
You've got to take, I think, sooner or later takes. And now is the question, because
rook,
if Rook G4, then I think or Rook E1
is
first.
Somewhat annoying, yeah.
Yeah, A3 and then Rook E6.
But wait a second. But if I'm just
no. Let's
stupid. No.
Yeah, that was my
stupid, and then play Queen G7 and winning.
That was my second stupid idea. Yeah.
No, but so you want to play there, but Rook E1.
Yeah, A3.
Rook E7 and
Rook E7 and that's
no,
we've got no time for this. Yeah,
Let's keep things simple. We just go here. Takes Queen G7.
Yeah.
Swapping the queens is not an option, so take here. King H8 once again cannot exchange.
You've got to play Queen F4, Queen F4 or something.
I have 5 D4, yeah. Queen F4. So you mean it's still some fight, maybe.
A3.
It's like a pawn is useful, yeah.
Yeah. Passed pawns must be pushed. I think that's what they say. Yeah. But not that clear.
Yeah.
Not that clear, actually.
Yeah, so it's interesting what he's thinking about. You know what? Could it be that he's considering Queen G7, or it's a Russian move? Is it a Russian move? Soviet move? Soviet move.
Oh, yes, Soviet move.
Sovietsky.
Sovietsky. Yes, I like that.
So just if you've calculated, if you've made sure that this line wins, then it might as well be Queen G7.
It looks like it's not.
It's a pawn.
It's a dangerous pawn. You're in no danger whatsoever of
with black.
I mean,
but on the other hand,
you're technically a pawn down, but who cares?
Right, so that might explain why he's thinking. And he actually doesn't think. I guess once again we are somewhat behind in those.
Okay, next.
Next. Don't know what's that. Afraid we'll have to update the page once again. I mean,
of course we
can't
do.
Really.
Yep.
Yeah. It went much further. Look, after Bishop D3, Rook E8, not capturing the bishop. Which makes sense because, if you take same Queen G7, take on H7, we were not capturing the H7 pawn, we were going there, right?
Yeah.
And the benefit of it being that F5 perhaps, not sure if immediately,
it's very
F5
smart.
so it's smart.
94, but then
probably
A3.
Smart, So rook E8, bishop B5, G5. Once again, abusing the fact that trading the queens is always kind of insta-lose,
Yeah, so this looks like huge trouble. He's getting outplayed all the time.
Yeah.
Unless he's got 94, 96
Played H4.
It's the only...
Played H4.
Okay, Queen G7.
Queen G7, and then take the H4 pawn.
It's big trouble. Yep.
No, black is just winning.
Yep, excellent.
Black's just winning, and that'll be first Elo favorite eliminated in this case.
Wow.
We have one more match concluded. Varuzhan Akubian makes a draw and knocks out Esteban Valderrama.
From
Venezuela? Is that
Venezuela?
Yep. No, that's... Pardon me, that's Colombia.
Colombia, sorry.
Yeah, that's Colombia. Yeah, for those of you people at home who are surprised with me struggling, I have a printout which features the flags of the flags. So I'm bad at geography.
A geography test on flags
failed miserably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just tell you you know who's very good at flags of the world and geography?
Quite a few people, I presume.
Valentina Gunina. She's an expert on this.
Seriously?
Yeah, no, in Gibraltar she was doing this every day. The recognition of flags of the world. Quite impressive.
So I just brought up this Zvyagintsev game against Ravi Haria, and once again looks solid for now. But
okay, C file. Yeah,
but it's black to move, so he can
get off one rook. No, rook C6 you've got.
You mean this and then rook C6 to start doubling.
Yeah, that's I would say essential.
Essential? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you can be worse, but you.
Let's see.
He's gone rook c8.
Rook c8, rook c1.
I think he's going to.
Will he?
I think he's going to play.
He can play king d7 as well. Can play king d7.
And then queen c2.
Queen c2,
and then.
You mean we've lost the file, yeah?
Yeah. Then rook c6 is out. Yeah, but then
rook c6. And takes and
pawn. You can take with the
queen
takes. Even queen takes is not ridiculous.
Yes, I thought like if we get something like that, we always threaten to swap another pair of rooks, right? And if white moves the queen, we move the queen to c6.
Yeah.
So might as well just hold him.
Go Ravi, go Ravi.
All right.
Okay.
How about Murzin Volodar, the youngster who, as you admitted yourself, crushed you in blitz?
Well, after a few
unfair circumstances.
That's right. I had been plied with alcohol for which I had no resistance. Yes. Okay. So
this match, remember, every game very tense. But no results just yet. So all three draws, previous games.
They're very well matched. And what are the ratings? Remind us. Remind the viewers what are the ratings.
25.98 for Iordachescu and 25.02 for Murzin.
Yeah, so it's within a fairly narrow band.
Yeah, not a huge difference. And once again, you have to consider Viorel nowadays. I don't think he plays very often. He's more of a coach and so on. Yeah, and Volodar, as with many of those young players, you don't know what their actual rating is, yeah?
Yeah.
Because like half a year he doesn't play a tournament, he's training non-stop, he arrives, and it's no longer 25, it's 2650, yeah?
I think he's an excellent young player.
Okay, so queen to a4.
Actually, White's the most important feature of this position for White is his pawn on a5, because if that pawn were not there, Black would be advancing with b5 and would just simply be better.
Yeah, so that's a big question once again, if White knows the ampersand rule. Actually, in this position, it's a matter of like being better versus being worse.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
so a5 is really...
It could be that... I mean, I feel Black is doing fine, but... it could be that White even has an edge there, just a sort of slow play. You move the bishop, you put a knight on e3, you sort of slowly go round, and you can be better. He has retained the queens for now.
Yeah, queens are kept on the board.
Yep.
And White reacts with bishop g5, no longer allowing the trade on e3.
Yeah, and I think perhaps this is a bit of, provocatie. Yeah, this
the queen c7.
h6, bishop d2, and then just...
to loosen up a little. Yeah,
it's not like it's a big deal. Has he done it? I think he's going to go back to d2.
Yeah, okay, h6 played, and bishop d2 looks like.
He could go to a. He could do
go there,
because that's actually the right square. But he's bold.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
I once got into trouble against Rafael Vaganyan. I'm sorry, I'm to be talking about it. A different century.
And some f5 move, which is not possible here, perhaps.
Some f5 came when I got my bishop.
Wait, maybe f5 before g5, yeah?
Yeah,
once again,
probably doesn't work.
It doesn't work in this position. But,
rook takes, rook takes e6.
Yeah, but very often that's the trick. If you play g5 first, it's like one thing, and bishop is not yet trapped, but if f5 is played first...
So he's putting his bishop on the right square.
Right diagonal, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, other knight gets to f6, so that in case of bishop g3, I presume this can be considered.
Might be good anyway to put it there.
And then knight to f4.
Where it's not really going anywhere. Knight e3,
those are like
knight e3.
hanging in the air a little bit.
Yeah. Knight e3 is good in that line. Right. I think that's just a good maneuver to put the bishop on
g3
on the diagonal, the long diagonal. Yeah.
Right. Where was this? Sacrifice game?
Let's have a look at.
Let me know what.
Adley.
Adley.
Let's go back to this.
Adley.
Yeah. How is he doing?
Got some pawns. I don't know how it happened. h4, queen g7, queen h5, rook e4. Okay. Takes. And why don't you take with the queen? Okay.
Yeah.
Rook a3, rook to f8.
Strange.
And g4. g4. Still.
Well, not so easy. Still. King h8 and queen b2 at some point, but maybe not. Rook h3 is still.
Yeah, it's actually rook on a3. It does create something.
Yeah. Okay.
So rook f6 played.
Yeah, I think we've got some results, haven't we? We've got our Zambian friend is Chitumbo is out.
Well, technically not not yet, but
Yeah.
but yes.
Yeah. That's basically it.
Yeah.
If they get, I don't know whether is he moving? Do we have more? No.
He should have more moves.
No. He looks like.
Yeah. No, he just captured on B7, D takes on C7, D takes C7.
I think he's lost on time.
He can take both rooks. I mean, rook on D1 or any of the rooks, but that'd be.
Yeah, I think he lost on time in the end.
Lost on time in the lost position.
He was trying to find a move and none was forthcoming, and with reason, it was completely lost.
Right. Gareev, huh? How about Gareev once again? Okay, the guy plays entertaining chess. That I can tell you. I mean, looking at this position, don't care much about the evaluation of that, but that's a fun position to look at.
Isn't White doing well here?
I would be surprised if he didn't.
Yeah.
And he needs to win. Yeah, Gareev won game 1 with White.
Yeah. Isn't White in very good shape?
Yeah. This night, I mean, looks like he has to be taken, but then what do you do?
What's the follow-up?
Some C3 crazy F1 sacrifices.
Queen B2 or something.
Queen B2.
I can even take on A6 maybe, or Queen D1 starts to think.
Okay, first of all, obviously those.
Maybe
Queen
not,
D1, or as some people
Queen takes
would prefer,
D3,
maybe
take.
Yeah, same, but one pawn more is better.
Yeah.
The more the better. Actually, Rook A6 is also.
Yeah, I think this could be the best.
Can be considered like funny part being C3.
Allows,
you put an obstacle, on this diagonal, and Queen F6 wins on the spot.
Shouldn't do that.
Yes, after Queen A6, it's actually not that easy to come up with the move. Maybe you have to kind of return back to E5 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it is quite tense. It is quite tense. He went with C3, not capturing the knight.
What's B takes C3? What's his idea?
What's his idea?
Queen takes A2.
Oof.
Yeah.
Queen A2.
No. Queen D7. Queen D7 is still a problem.
But I mean,
then Queen E6. Is that the sort of rubbish that they play? Because you have.
Yeah. So Queen D7, you're threatening a check, so that's why. Yeah. Queen E6, but maybe that's the moment I actually trade and start.
Taking things.
Taking things.
Rook takes.
If Rook takes. I think Knight C8. There's also a threat.
That's killing. That's killing.
I'm Rook up in the current position. Yes, I was wondering if Knight D3 may present with some, surviving chances. But it's Rook up as well as mating threats.
Right.
Martirosyan wins.
So how about Gabusyan?
Gabusyan, where he is? I mean, he won game 1. That's for sure, right?
Yeah, he did.
And that's a second game. Someone was mentioning Gabusyan because his queen apparently is trapped.
Yeah, it's trapped. I mean, Rook C4 is a movie.
Bishop E8. Bishop was on E8.
Yeah.
So Bishop B5, Rook C4.
There's also Queen takes F3.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too excited, but Rook C4 is normal chess.
Rook C4, normal chess move.
Yeah. Somebody was getting overexcited.
Rook C4. Yeah. What's the material?
It's a pity. Yeah. Well, I think Black is doing fine.
Yeah.
It's a.
Okay. So what happens if I'm just like trying to take pawn takes, right?
Yeah.
Knight G3.
Bishop takes.
Bishop takes. Pawn takes. Queen takes, and Rook G2. So end up being
F4.
Yeah, and that guy has to. It's a bad position, right?
It feels...
you play it, like trading queens and so on, yeah? Just ideally, you would want this knight to be on d5, but even being as it is, looks very good for black, yes. It looked like a chance, yeah? Like when
yeah, I think people are getting a bit excited about this. Some people in the commentary.
Yeah, finally I have it. So that was the sharp game, the Fier game. Remember that was all this like opening preparation, sacrifices on F6.
Of course, that was tremendous.
Black, done a good job of surviving the first wave at least, right? And that's the current one. So Rook fighting against 2 minor pieces, Rook plus 2 pawns. White somehow magically kept all the pawns. It felt like c5 was about to fall.
So for Rook, I don't know what's the best move actually.
The diagonal is still nice. Yes, you can't move the.
How about Rook
something? Yeah.
Rook e3.
Rook e3 and
oh, he's already had that. Bishop e6 is the problem.
Yeah, bishop e6, e4, bishop
f5. So he plays for draw.
And who wouldn't in such a situation? Right, so the question is to say if white kills rook f4, which is one of the ways to avoid the repetition.
Yeah,
how does
queen d7.
Queen d7 starts annoying with those, like, offering the trade. Yeah.
Stout defense. That's what you can say.
Rook
somewhere.
Somewhere. No, it's not a. Is it? Oh yeah, rook back to e1, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. Rook e1 and back to e6. What is he planning to do? Why?
Rook c1.
Rook c1, but it's a bit strange, right?
Well,
c1,
it's a question.
Queen d7.
What is he doing?
Rook e4. He's gone back to e4. So I think it's a threefold, no? No, I don't follow the logic. It felt like it was black.
Yeah, I don't get anything here because
fighting for
after I play g4 immediately.
G4, and you laugh at this knight on g7.
Yeah,
famous,
I laugh at it, and I claim that I'm doing well. I laugh at you. Not really, because you're a nice guy, you know. But
thank you so much.
You know, G4, and you play H3.
G4,
H3. The thing I like about G4 is you dominate the knight, even though it wasn't threatening to move. But really, you're dominating the bishop. Strangely enough,
that one,
yeah.
And really, like all of those, they guard everything. They kind of guard the king, guard each other, but can barely move.
Yeah.
So up to the point that I'm starting to have ideas like get the king to b3 to protect the c4 pawn.
Yeah.
So it needs some prepreration.
And sometimes you just play a4, a5, a6, and you know,
that's another.
Well, maybe
just in case.
Yeah.
So g4, I don't know, was played, but it seems to be a nice move. Yeah.
Don't know why he's thinking. This doesn't look like
g4 looks automatic.
I'd play it in a jiffy.
And g7. Why would you? What would you call the knight on? Like
a
fan-shattered knight on g7,
it's
b7.
A hobbled horse. That's what it is.
I remember the b7 knight, the famous knight in the Karpov Unzeka game.
Oh,
the one with bishop a7.
My favorite game of all time.
No.
Karpov Unzeka, Nice Olympiad. Yes. Oh gosh, that's a brilliant.
The bishop
game.
a7. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Fantastic. You know, the first time I beat Garry Kasparov, and I've not beaten many times, I I played the move bishop a7. It was a lousy move. I actually got my bishop trapped there. But it was like the idea.
The feeling was
I kind of felt the Karpov Unziker vibe. Okay, let's go.
So h4,
So
h6.
let's have a look at Egypt again, because Egypt was tremendously exciting.
Absolutely. Yeah. So now it turns out it's black who's attacking the white king. And
it's got matey feeling to it, doesn't it? Doesn't it have a matiness? Queen h6 and
too many enemy, as Jan Gustafsson likes to say. Yeah, like all of those plus queen h6. Yeah. It's white to move. Does it change anything? White to move. Rook a4. No. You know what? Rook a4 perhaps allows that. And a check and queen h3, and we'll have rook h1. Which wasn't possible with rook guarding the queen, right? Well, technically it was even then, because you'd have knight f2, but here it's just game over. Yeah, check on g4.
And something.
Something, yeah. Queen to c4. Whoa. Oddly, he's an optimistic chess player, I have to say.
He's a tricky player.
So he's found some tricks with knight e7.
Yeah,
but g4 is hanging with a check, right?
Rook g4 check is
rook g4 check.
Very strong.
How is it not the end? I don't quite understand. How is it not the end?
We've got
king f3. So he probably king f3, right?
Knight d2.
No, but that's perhaps what he's. I don't know why, but maybe that's what he's hoping for.
Well, he can't be hoping for that, because he's dead lost.
He's dead lost, yeah. But not only that, rook f4 is just a checkmate. Rook f4, rook f2, queen h6.
Yeah.
Rook g3. Wait, rook g3 is the idea. Okay, so if knight takes, he takes g4. I'm not saying it's a good idea or anything, but at least it's an idea.
Okay, we've got it. We got the idea.
There is also. Where is it? Queen c4.
Yeah.
Because if we somehow get rid of this rook, so rook on d3 would be lovely.
So what is the point? So if queen h6 now, knight e7.
Yeah, knight e7, I suspect.
Yeah, and now the point is king f7. We have what?
We have what exactly? Bishop e8.
Check. Yeah.
And then king f8, and that's it.
And that's it.
And that's only because we are lazy, because maybe you can just take after check, take on e7. But if you can spot king f8, no checks. And
no, bishop h5.
Bishop h5, brilliant. Brilliant. And then rook g4 anyway. Yep.
That's really unlucky.
Bishop takes queen h1.
Yeah, that's very, very unlucky.
Here, then
he's gone rook h2.
Gone rook h2? What's that? What's that?
What's that? What is that?
Rook h2? Wait a second. Check, rook h3.
What is that?
I don't understand. No, seriously.
He's making a draw or what?
Check.
Takes.
Check. Brilliant. King f1 is not possible. Then queen h4, queen f4.
Oh, he's done it all. He's a genius.
He's a
genius.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant combination. Rook h2.
Oh, yes.
Bravo.
And he's got up. Got up.
Cannot hold the emotions. Yeah, but that's.
Oh, yes.
That's an absolutely piece of chess beauty. Rook h2, and it's like a lot of people, us included, I believe, stop it after rook h3, but he's gone. He's seen through this.
Very nice.
He's seen through this. Queen g4. King cannot go to f1 because knight d2, and then if you go to h file, doesn't matter where you go. It's queen h4,
it's
queen f2.
And knight g3 or queen g3, depending. It's mate.
Very nice. nicely played. That will be the biggest upset.
Absolutely, as Boris Spassky would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
Beautiful game.
Somebody wants Gukesh.
Gukesh. He's in control, I believe. I mean, he won game one. And,
no interest. He's well on top. And
he's to move as well. He's to move. So that should be crushing.
Sorry, we're not interested.
Should be crushing. I mean, just to show some funny moves like bishop e5. But
no, White has just got a huge advantage.
Everything comes together. Rook to the okay. He's on seconds as well as his opponent though. Wait a second. Murshad Delgado made 2 draws.
All right,
solid guys. So
some people want
more games.
They want us to.
So that's by the way, the first official kind of tiebreak to go on.
Yeah.
First tiebreak confirmed, because before that it was, so Gukesh. But I think he's going to win. I have a strong suspicion he's going to win. Even though some jumping starts here, maybe we could stay on that one, even though.
Yeah, cringy.
Knight f5, okay.
It doesn't really threaten very much. B takes c6 is possible.
C6, yeah.
It's a bluff. He's jumping up and down, but there's actually nothing happening.
Yep. Taken. Okay. So knight takes e3. Otherwise, it's not clear.
Yeah, but there's nothing happening. Just winning.
Takes a check.
He's going to win. He's going to win.
Okay, so don't worry, people at home. Zvyagincev against Ravi. Another rook endgame.
No.
Well, that's a draw.
It should be a draw, actually. But
your guy is. Now he has shown that he's very good at rook endgames.
Zvyagincev.
No, Ravi. He has winning rook endgame.
But this is.
How was it? It was pawn on h2 and a king on h3. The one Pickett, your own Pickett won against Gary.
But he got the king up on g5.
Yeah. So
and I'll tell you a story about that. There was a famous endgame which is very, very similar to that, which, Jeroen Piquet won with 4 against 3. And it was just the same structure with the pawn on h2.
Yep.
So if we could just highlight that.
So the pawn was there.
And he ran up with his king. It's always a good idea to run up with your king like that. If you can put your king on g5 with white, I recommend it in any position. and then he won. But in fact, there was something called the Encyclopedia of Chess Endgames, it's rook and pawn endgames. And they had something very similar with this. So it was even a known way of losing. If I recall correctly.
All right.
Come on, Ravi. I think he's got very, very good chances of holding.
I think he's going to hold. But
because this is, one of White's very few ideas is to play
G4 or F5.
F5. So
I thought this could be.
I think he wants check, and then F5, and then that's his idea.
And say I'm waiting, and then
check. No, now I go back to B6. Now I go back to B6. Something like that. Let's say F5. That's
F5.
His idea.
And rook F6, right?
Yeah, but maybe you check first. Maybe you keep on checking instead of this. That might be.
With black, you mean?
Yeah.
After F5,
Yeah, let's say you check.
Then it's kind of the rook on C4 I should have kept it on the A file.
Yeah.
So, but let's pretend, so the king can't really go to.
No, it can't.
G5 because of
rook G4.
Rook G4. So the only reasonable way is to hide over here.
Yep.
I think This might be a draw as well. This might be a draw. All right, so almost 100% certain that's a drawish position.
Well, it is a drawish, but I'm certain that the position should be drawn with correct play. And it looks like he's going for a sort of let's say, I think he wants just to play h5.
Yeah,
and
organize h5s, trade those two, and play 2 versus 1.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat tricky still.
It is. It's not completely trivial. So king e7, I would go here. Just start to.
Okay, so more results. Gukesh
maybe not.
Made a draw.
Yeah.
Didn't win. Gukesh because perhaps draw means winning the match.
Yeah.
Alexander Fier escaped this dangerous position, also made the draw, so that means another tiebreak. So we already have two.
Yeah.
Another continuation of
We've got more results. I see. This game has finished over here. This Yodachescu.
Yeah, Bobby Chang is in the second round, beating Wahab Chanal 2-0.
Oh, right.
Tiebreak, so
okay,
Australian
well done.
advances.
Well done, Australia.
More draws, for Yodachescu and Murzin.
Yeah.
Really evenly matched, so we'll play 10 plus 10 tiebreak as well.
Yeah.
Gukesh wins, right?
Wins the match.
Wins the match, Made the draw,
he
wins
made
the
a
match.
draw, but went
Utley is eliminated officially, right? So that's
okay.
2-0 for Martyrus, and Benjamin Bock makes a draw in a winning position.
I suspect that's an error, but
why would you offer a draw? I mean, I understand draw wins you the match, but why would you offer a draw after bishop f7 g8?
No,
such a pleasant move to play. All right.
No,
anyway,
look, one way or another, whatever.
Wins the match, I know how it. I believe he won, and I know how it happened to be. Draw is the result because
they put the kings on.
Black's king is already on e5, and an arbiter puts the king on e4, and the board registers the draw. While in a correct way, you have to put the king on d5, I think, and then the king on e4. But that's sometimes.
These are very, very typical errors.
Draw for Alexeyev, who has won a previous game, so he beats Adam Folsey. But as I said, one Egyptian will advance to the second round. That's Hesham Abdelrahman, after winning against Ahmed Adli. Zvyagintsev, that's the 4 versus 3 Rukan game, which is still in progress.
And he was at the Dvoretsky school, wasn't he?
Dvoretsky, he's one of the prominent students. Of
the famous trainer, the late trainer Mark Dvoretsky. So I always have difficulty pronouncing that.
Mkhitaryan seemingly wins.
Many famous grandmasters as his students. But strangely enough, never got the grandmaster title himself.
Yeah.
Mind you, those were different days, and the grandmaster title has been a little bit devalued over time. So, so what's this?
This looks like completely winning for White in a match where. First game
was already won. Is that right?
First game happened to be a draw, so that's actually a decisive game. Decisive game. Savchenko. Let me see what happens. Savchenko here. No, wait. Megaranto wins with Black against Gaem.
Oh, right.
And advances.
Right. Okay.
So that's kind of proving the huge gap of 3 ELO points to be significant. Arpad
Elo himself, the inventor of the system, said, that 20 rating points was insignificant, but you are now arguing against Arpad Elo himself by saying 3 points.
3 points. It's a substantial difference.
Yeah. Well, I understand that 3 goals is a substantial difference in footy.
I do not watch a lot nowadays.
Yep.
Do not follow football at all, I would say. But I remember there was a team called Liverpool.
Oh, right.
And they were losing 3-0. And still, it didn't end well for their opponents.
Yeah, I recall
I think
that.
Champions League final in Istanbul against Milan we are talking about.
4-3, was it?
Or maybe 3-3 and...
whatever.
I don't quite remember.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember them kind of being down 3-0 in half-time.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. Right, so here we have Savchenko winning game 1 and then needing a draw, but White might have something to say about it.
Yeah.
Right. What do
King
we do
takes
here?
D4.
King takes or rook takes? We suddenly take a pawn in this position.
We take on D4.
We take on D4, and we say that's
you go rook G8.
Rook G8.
No. Rook G5. Then rook F8 maybe.
Okay, king takes. We actually have a threat of rook d5, but the problem is it's very, very hard to blunder.
I'm just wondering about rook F8. Rook F8?
Rook F8 indeed,
yeah.
Rook F8. So
I think this position must be lost for black, but still some chance.
Okay, so what do we play?
I'm just wondering... if we go rook d5,
he moves somewhere.
Yeah, king c6.
King c6. I'm not sure if it's being lost strangely. So the straightforward. I mean, probably we have to show straightforward, right?
King d3. Yeah.
King d3 takes.
Yeah.
And it's not clear how to make progress.
Yep.
It's like rook on c4 would have won. Let's just get it.
Maybe we just. Yeah.
Brilliant.
What's he done? He's
rook f8. He blundered.
His rook. He blundered his rook.
Blundered his rook. Rook f4, but found king e3. Right.
Yeah.
So he's getting kind of the same setup, but
he's.
All right.
So king c4 is going to play,
I guess. I know, like a lot of positions with just those 2 pawns are draws, depending, of course, on how what pieces are placed.
Rook h3 now, isn't it?
Yeah, like rook h3 and a lot of checks, right? Yeah. There might be one of them,
I always get confused here. Perhaps we need Artur Yusupov to tell us.
To tell us if it's a
Come
draw.
on, Artur.
Okay.
Maybe Zwagintsev, he went to the
he plays his own rook endgame. I mean, he's busy.
Yeah, he's busy.
Busy.
Right. Oh, so we can't disturb him.
Okay, lots of draws. Mkhitaryan has won, so he's no longer...
Somebody says Gretarsson following in Bock's footsteps, agreeing to a draw while winning. Do we have the same situation there with the kings in the wrong position? That's
Gretarsson. This one, G5.
Well, not
really.
No, I think he just
but
agreed.
Why he? Maybe it was a bit too lazy, right?
Yeah,
at least here there is something going on. Some passed pawn for white, and might as well not bother if you have a draw. But anyway, well played for Gretarsson qualifying. Go into the next round. Gabuzian, what happens with this Gabuzian guy? Remember the.
Okay, now I think this is quite.
You mean the position on the camera?
The camera
or that
yeah,
one?
I'm looking at the... Oh, right, okay. So
rook endgame. So you want to be back to this...
I'm getting excited with rook endings. I don't know why.
Rook b3, check on c1. Is he trying to say that he's gonna collect this guy?
Yeah, that's his argument. King
b4 is what I would do.
King b4, rook h1.
h1, yeah. Check. Go to
king d6.
d6.
And then as I say, a3. No, rook b1 check.
Cannot play that, but what I can do... Can I do this, strangely?
Yeah, probably.
Those are confusing. Those are confusing. Like rook h5, king b6.
Should be winning. Should be winning.
And then, yeah, it's hard to prevent rook d3 check.
Yeah. Rook c6
we've
check.
Got some other one.
Yeah, okay, go on.
Hang on. This. So we've got different... he puts the... But that is a draw, right? King b6, and now you're losing one of the pawns, it seems.
Yeah.
You're losing one of the pawns. Or you play rook b5, rook a5, yeah?
You've got to go rook g5 or something. Or...
yeah, you're right. Yeah, rook g5, indeed.
Okay, 5.
G5, rook takes, but the king is cut off.
Yeah,
right?
no, this looks drawish.
The king is cut off, which is nice.
You mean now he puts the king on g3 now. That's...
King here.
Not so sure about that.
Rook went to... need to update. Rook went to f5, which is much more clever. And yeah, rook f4
he's going to draw this, isn't he?
So rook h3, rook f5, king d6.
Yeah.
No, that king is too close.
Too close. It's a draw. It's a draw.
Just a draw.
Good defense.
Good defense, and what? And that means that Savchenko, the player with the black pieces in this one. But
that doesn't matter.
Still fine.
Because the king is close enough. That is just a draw. That is a well-known theoretical draw.
Oh, right. You know what happened? Gariev has lost. So, in fact, we have more... Yeah,
time breaks.
Let's check. Yeah, let's check.
Why are these guys...
Can't make a draw?
Why are they trying to make us work? I mean, have they got it in for us? Let's be paranoid.
So it's only... because of they want us to want to force us to commentate. That's the only reason they keep winning and losing and making draws. Yeah. I'm wondering how many games are in progress, because Svyagintsev and Ravi certainly playing, and actually Ravi got into trouble. I'm trying to recall. Strangely, I think this is still a draw.
Rook a5.
This is still a draw.
Rook a5.
Rook a5.
And then e6.
E6, king f6, right? No, but that's lost, yeah? E6, king f6, takes, check, here. No, it's not lost because rook is on e8, and you do
rook
this.
Rook h5, yeah.
You do this. Okay, this game we are watching right now doesn't make all that much sense. That's absolutely drawish.
Yeah.
And okay, and in Svyagintsev, once again we are behind. I think we are behind on our analysis board. So it's not the. So let's try to watch it from the camera.
Yeah. Let's forget it. So he's just waiting. He's just waiting,
which is
because he wants to checkmate him.
Rook e7, rook b8.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that.
I remember playing this, and I mean precisely this position.
Yeah.
I mean pawns were like that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And I remember making it happen so that my king is on g8, just to realize there is nothing to do, and crawl all the way back. Precisely what he's doing.
Yeah.
So now he'll play some king e8, rook d7, and so.
Yeah, but rook b7 there. Oh no, then he starts to get back.
Yeah, then he starts. Like you cannot leave the 7th rank because of e6. The position is a draw, but there will
Rook,
be a moment.
Rook A5. Now he can do Rook A5, can't he?
Oh, you mean now there is no E6, yeah?
Yeah, because you just take it. He's done it.
Wait, you take which one?
The F takes E6. So
F
if
takes
E6,
E6,
E6 F takes E6, is there a trick?
F7.
Rook A7.
And Rook A7.
He's just stopped. Rook A7. That's it. That's it. Ravi's going through.
Ravi's going through.
Yep. We got another move.
Savchenko would have lost under your rules, by the way. Was stalemated in 96 moves, but it doesn't help in...
Yeah, no, well...
In FIDE rules, he's a winner.
Yeah.
So we only have Zvagintsev's.
I haven't actually proposed this in FIDE.
No, that's
it's
already,
not
already a draw. And you know what? There was some strange thing with Gabuzian game, but he eventually won. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gabuzian wins. It's 2-0. And we have Nigel. We have
not that many.
5.
A little bit fresher. I would definitely play on because I don't have much losing chances there.
Okay, so second round, you'll be playing against Niels Wandelius from Sweden, I think, a strong grandmaster. How you thinking the match could go?
Yeah, he's a very strong player. He's about 50 points higher than me, and I just need to rest because this match took a lot of energy. So I hope to rest and just play better tomorrow. And I want to thank my sponsors, Improve My Chess and Limitless Chess, for sponsoring my trip to here, to Russia.
That's great. Just one last question. What happened in the first rapid game? He gave you a check with the knight on e6. You missed the check because you checked him with the queen. That could have been dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. I was so tired, and I just for a moment, position was completely winning because he had made a mistake earlier. Now I was up a queen for a rook, and he just kind of relaxed. He made a move and checked me, and I should have just moved my king away, and instead I made the... Luckily, it wasn't like you lose the game, so...
A forced capture.
Yeah, they added 2 minutes to his clock, but it didn't matter at that point because I had a very, very big advantage.